Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Online Course Creator Show. I have got an amazing guest on today, Leeann Bassett. But before we get started, I just want to share with you that the doors are now open to moneymakers. You can find out all about it at loublakely.com/mm. And I'll also share the link below. So you can just scroll on down and click the link if you want to check it out. And also, I wanted to let you know that the doors open period has now been extended. So this may be slightly different to what you've heard on other episodes to date. So the doors now close on Wednesday, the 28th of May at midnight AEST. So just wanted to give you a quick update on that. Now let's dive into the episode. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Online Course Creator Show. I'm very happy today to have one of my past clients, Leeann Bassett from Face Up Now, with me to share her story about launching. It's so good to have you here today, Leeann.
Thanks, Louise. I'm looking forward to talking to you.
Amazing. So let's just dive straight into it. And I'm going to let you tell the listeners a little bit about who you are, what your business is, and how you came to be doing what you are doing.
Cool, thank you. And so I've been a teacher most of my life. I got into online business sort of entrepreneurship about 8 years ago and set up my business Face Up Now. I started off as learning how to sell things through drop shipping via Shopify, running Facebook and Instagram ads to people in America actually, and did that for about 6 months and decided that that was not for me. And I didn't really know what to do. And my husband said, well, why don't you teach people how to do Facebook and Instagram? And I thought, well, everybody knows how to do that. But actually, it turns out that a lot of people use it personally, but certainly don't know how to promote themselves or their business. So I've spent the last 8 years helping business owners to learn how to use Facebook and Instagram. And recently, in the last couple of years, I have actually niched down more into LinkedIn. It's getting really hard to keep across all of those different platforms with all the updates and things. So now I'm focused more on LinkedIn and also getting into the AI space, which is pretty exciting. So that's a little bit about me.
That is exciting. And Leeann, you're just telling me this morning you were acting as a moderator for the Social Media Marketing World Conference, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was a virtual moderator today and tomorrow, and have been in the AI rooms, which has been super exciting. So keeping up to date with all the latest things.
Yeah, I love that. I think AI is moving so fast at the moment. I'm also loving learning more about it, which is, it's quite fun. It's like a new hobby, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about pivoting and I guess niching down into LinkedIn. What is it about LinkedIn that made you do that?
Well, I think I just got a little bit fed up, to be honest, with all the constant changes happening across Facebook and Instagram. And it felt like every day I opened the app, there was a new change. And also just the lack of reach and engagement I find that I get on Facebook and Instagram compared to LinkedIn. And one of the things I love about LinkedIn is you can really build those relationships with people, and the content stays around for a long time. So often I'll have people commenting on my content, 2 or 3 weeks after I have posted it. And I've just had met some really great people all over the world, made some lovely relationships, got some really cool opportunities. And I feel like it's a lot more of a genuine platform, and also a really interesting place to learn.
That's really cool. And I think that's so important as well in business, to really pay attention to where your passion's going, how the industry is changing, and you can always change your products to fit with what you want to do.
Yeah. And I also find that a lot of people are so scared of LinkedIn that they're not actually using it properly at all. In fact, they're what I call LinkedIn lurkers, just kind of hiding in the sideline. And because there's not so many people using it well, it's actually not that hard to stand out. So once you know what to do, you can really become a lot more visible and people notice you and things start to happen. So that's another thing that I really love about it compared to the other platforms.
Yeah, that's really cool. So with that in mind, what digital products, online courses do you have that you're selling, within the last, 12 months that you use a launching model for?
So the main one I'm working on now is my course called the LinkedIn Learners Lab. I've also had the Fun Social Media Academy, and I think I had the Social Media Success System as well. So they were the original ones. And then I have launched, gone more into LinkedIn as my niche. And so the LinkedIn Learners Lab is definitely the one that I'm still launching regularly.
Amazing. And If you are a regular listener of the podcast, you may find Leeann familiar. So she has actually been on an episode in the past, which is way back in December 2022. So Leanne and I have worked together in many different forms over the years, and you'd be, a long time client and customer of mine through a variety of different programs. But you actually have done the original version of Moneymakers, which was Launch and Thrive. And you did that way back in 2021 from memory. And, then you were doing the Fun Social Media Academy. So it's just like really interesting how you've evolved since that time. And obviously you've niched down further into a particular area of social media, which I think is really good. How have you found launching over that time period? Because obviously that's quite a lot of time. What has launching given to your business?
I guess what launching has done is it's given me lots of different things. It's really grown my email list from a few hundred to a couple of thousand now. So it's a really fast way to grow your email list, which I have loved. And that was kind of like an added bonus, really. I wasn't expecting that. I've also got a really great structure now to follow. So I understand the process from beginning to end. And that, that's thanks to all the work that I've done with you. So it's given me, I guess it gives you a bit more credibility in your business as well, to be able to tell people that you've got different ways that you can work with them, and that one of them is through your online course that I have created. And a lot of people like that as a first way to work with me, and then they might move on to working with me in a different way, or maybe it's just enough for them to do my online course. So I really love that. And I guess it helps to build trust and credibility, having an online course as well.
Yeah, I think that's a benefit that a lot of people, it doesn't really get talked about, about what it's going to do for your brand, your personal brand. I think having an online course, if you're a personal brand, is essential, actually. And it's going to help you so much be seen as an expert, as an authority. And, being alongside you during a decent amount of your journey, Leeann, I've definitely noticed that with you, that your personal brand has grown quite substantially, especially on LinkedIn.
No, it definitely has. And I think because of the launches I've done, you've become a lot more visible. People really notice you, running ads and things as well. So people are seeing you on multiple platforms. And also, I guess, how professional my launches have been. A lot of people have really commented on that as well, like how impressive, everything has looked. And again, that's thanks to the work that I've done with you.
Yeah. So if you cast your mind back to before you even had an online course, what were you thinking at that time that you've found out later on to be different, or something unexpected that you've learned?
Oh, a few things. I think I came into it really sort of gung-ho going, I've been doing lots of in-person workshops, and I've got all this stuff and I've got all the slides, and I just want to put it together in an online course and sell it. And that was how I thought that you did it. And I thought it was just something that I created, and then people would come and buy it, and, I'd make all my money that way. So I guess understanding that there's a real system to it. It's like an art, really, of how you put your course together, how you create your webinar, how you write your emails, the different options of selling, whether you have it available all the time or just in certain periods during the year. There was, a huge amount to learn. And also, people are not going to just come across you suddenly and then go, oh, I'm going to spend a whole bunch of money and give it to that person. You need to sort of build up a relationship with them. So that's all, I've learned a lot.
Yeah. And did you have any hesitations or mindset blocks around launching your online course before you jumped into the journey?
Oh, I guess always feeling, I'm not good enough. What have I got to tell people? It's going to cost me money and all this time, and have I really got all the time and the money, and to invest with a coach or to invest in my own learning. And I guess the mindset was feeling a little bit scared that I didn't have, who was I to tell people how to do things and help people in that way, when there were lots of other people that were probably better than me.
Yeah. And what do you say to yourself now about those mindset blocks?
I think that everybody has their own way of doing things, and different people resonate with different kinds of teachers and coaches. So I know that there's people out there that resonate with me and my energy and my style. So I'm really grateful that I am able to help them. I can help a lot more people this way, at a more affordable price for them as well, as opposed to working one-on-one. And I know that I do have things to share, and because I've got a system to put it into an understandable way to break it down for people, I think that really helps as well.
Yeah. And you said that you had hesitations in terms of investing money into learning how to launch. What were they? What was that? Can you dive a little bit deeper into that?
I guess for me, it's that now I understand you kind of have to spend money to make money in business. And this is a really good example of that, because I guess I could have tried to piece it all together through YouTube videos and freebies, but that probably would have taken me a long time, and I'm sure I would have given up. So to invest in it and go, okay, I'm actually just going to learn how to do this properly and learn how to do it myself, felt like something, it's like learning a new skill. And that once I'd learnt it, you can repeat it, which I have done over and over again, because I've got the system, I've got all the scaffolding, I've got the structure in place from all the work we've done together. So I could launch anything now using that. So just knowing that, you do need to spend some money in your own learning in order to do this successfully, if you want to be successful.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point. I actually saw that you just finished a little mini launch, and Leeann and I do not work together anymore. So, this is a skill that you've then taken and repeated over and over for actually quite a few different products now.
No, it's great. And just understanding how the sales funnel works properly, understanding how to get it all set up on my website, understanding how to create a webinar that is giving enough information for people, but not giving away everything so that they don't want to buy your product, understanding that people are at different stages in their journey as well. And some people will need to come to your webinar and then need to get your emails for another year or two, whereas other people will buy directly off your webinar. It's just where people are in the point of their business journey with wanting to learn. So, yeah, and I guess now I can, even with just we're talking about fortnightly webinars or bigger launches, I understand it and I feel really confident to know how to pull it all together.
Yeah, it's just such an amazing skill set to have in your business.
No, it really is. It's amazing. And I definitely would not have learned what I've learned without the coaching that we've done together.
Yeah. Now, was there a specific part of the launching process that I teach inside of Moneymakers that, you weren't expecting or, made a really big difference for you, whether that's like the webinar or what content to share when? What does that look like for you?
I guess some of the things were thinking, she's telling me to do this and she's telling me to do that, and thinking that I know better. It's like, oh no, I'll be able to do that at the time. And a classic example is having my social media posts and my emails written before the launch, so that launch week I'm not scrambling around trying to do that. And I think it probably, and every time you told me, this is what you need to do, and every time I either wasn't organised enough or thought that, oh no, I can pull it together, and I didn't. And it was always really stressful. So I think the last launch we did together, I was actually like, I'm actually going to do everything she says 100%, like to the T. And it went really well. So I think it took me a little while to see for myself that actually the system that you teach, even if it feels, why are we doing that or why are we doing that it works.
Exactly. It's all based on biopsychology.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think that being organised ahead of time and having that runway, like that launch runway of a certain number of weeks beforehand, and getting everything mapped out and everything in place and testing all the tech and putting the webinar together and then all the follow-up with it, preliminary emails, all of that kind of thing. It was just so good having that structure and all of those resources that I needed.
Yeah, I love that. And also, I think that's a really good point, is that your first launch is it's just that, where I feel like people think that they have to have it perfect on the first launch, but you absolutely don't. And each launch, I think, teaches you lessons that you then take into your next launch and you improve with every single launch that you do.
Yeah, and I remember you saying it would be really good to do more than one masterclass, and just being terrified, thinking, no, I just want to do one. I made myself do 3, and I was really grateful that I had listened and not tried to know better than my coach and actually had done the 3 that you suggested, because the first one wasn't, it was as good as it could have possibly been for my first one, But the second one and the third one, and then now going on to like the 12th or 14th, it's just so much better, and I feel so much more organised and more confident and just understand the whole rhythm of the thing.
Could you imagine where you would be right now if you'd never learnt to launch?
I wouldn't have an online course, I don't think. I might have tried to do something and maybe had it on my website and then felt disillusioned that no one was coming to buy my course because it was on my website and surely everybody must want it. So I think, I would have not understood how the whole launch process works and the importance of different aspects of it. And I would have definitely given up.
Yeah, and I guess because of that, you probably would be doing one-on-one work.
Yeah, I would have had to find other ways of generating income that would have taken me a lot, just in a different direction in my business with more time and energy and not given me this opportunity to create it and then do multiple launches and help lots of people and as part of that.
Yeah, for sure. So what would you say to someone who is looking at money makers, because obviously the doors are open to money makers right now, and they're considering investing in the program and learning the system, but they're not quite sure?
Well, I would say just jump in and do it. You will get everything you possibly need and more from Louise. She's a very good teacher and breaks down all the tech. I was a very, very untechnical person and managed to follow all Louise's step-by-step videos and instructions to get everything set up. She makes it look, makes it really simple. So the tech side of it, she covered off really nicely, and just all the resources. Louise is so experienced now and done so much coaching in this space that, you're getting a complete launching sort of system that you'll be able to follow step by step and feel confident that you're doing it really, really well, and you'll get some good results.
Great. And they'll be able to use that over and over and over again for many different products for years like you have.
Absolutely. And it'll just help you. And I would say don't stop after the first launch.
Yes.
Just keep going, like go through Louise's course, learn, go through the process, do the launch, and then have a little rest for a little while, a couple of months maybe, and then go back through it all over again. And it will be so much easier once you've gone through the process of setting everything up. Yeah, the first one, use that as you're learning, and then just keep going through and repeating the process.
Yeah, it's very, very good advice, Leeann. I think people put too much onus actually on the first launch. And while it is important, it just also has to get done so that you can move on.
Get through it. It's always the first time's always the hardest, and then it gets easier and you get better and better at it. And you build your resources, you build your Canva templates, you build your email templates. You've got all your systems in place and you've gone through the hard work. So you need to go and have another crack at it and do it again so that you can actually enjoy it a bit more the second time, feel more confident, and just know the whole process.
Yeah. And do you feel now, Leeann, obviously you've been doing this for a while, that you can put together a launch and execute it and see it through much easier than you did back then?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. And just knowing that you're there, that if I did need to have a one-on-one session with you to go through anything particular, that I could do that. That's really helpful as well, to know that you're a person behind it, and that it's a tried and tested sort of system.
Yeah, and you've used it for group programs and online courses.
I have, both. I've got the group program, my LinkedIn for Thought Leaders and LinkedIn Learners live groups, and then I've got my LinkedIn Learners Lab as well.
Yeah, I love that. I think that really illustrates that it's not so much about the product, it's actually the system to sell the product no matter what format it's in.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's next for you? Any upcoming launches or plans you're excited to share with us?
Well, I'm going to be doing some more work in the LinkedIn space around LinkedIn content, more work on the LinkedIn profiles. I'm in the process of setting up a YouTube channel, which is pretty exciting, with a whole lot of how-to videos to help people. It's going to be called Learn with Leeann. Very original.
Cool.
Yes, I'm looking forward to doing the channel and getting lots of videos up there, things that I help my clients with all the time. And I do, working with people with their profile refreshers and helping them just to get their LinkedIn going really, really well, to become visible, to grow their company, train their team, and do everything that they can to use LinkedIn to its full potential.
Sounds amazing. I definitely feel like you've helped so many people with LinkedIn, and Yeah, it's a really good niche to be in. I think lots of people are really looking at LinkedIn now as an opportunity, and I will have to get you on the show to talk more about it because I know lots of people are interested.
Yeah, I'd love to. Could talk all day about LinkedIn.
Yeah, for sure. So where can people find you if they want to connect further from this episode?
So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. The spelling of my name is a little bit tricky. It's Leeann, then it's Bassett, Bassett. So if you just remember all the double E's, double N's, double S, double T, which is in my actual LinkedIn name pronunciation. Then I've got Face Up Now, which is my Instagram handle, and Face Up Now on Facebook as well.
Amazing. I will link all that in the show notes as well if you're listening to this and want to check Leeann out and connect with her further. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. I've really loved hearing how your story with launching has progressed over the years.
Thank you. Thanks for everything. Gosh, and yeah, it's been amazing to learn from you. So it's exciting that you've got this new program, even updated, even better program than what we did, and that you can help more people to get their launches going really well and get on that, start learning about it and what it takes and growing their business that way.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely here to help people. And if you are interested in Moneymakers, the doors are open right now. You will find the link to that below. And I'd love to see you in there. And again, thanks so much for coming on. I've really enjoyed this chat. And for those of you listening, I will see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.